Coming up, we're tasting the Upland Wine Tour of Southern Indiana.
And I have some great ideas for an upscale picnic.
Love it. Hi, I'm Joni Michaels.
And I'm Barry Lance.
This is Design Your Life,
Style with Barry and Joni.
Barry, do you like wine?
I like wine.
Well, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
I knew he liked wine. Well, we're going to take a little trip to Southern Indiana, a little tasting trip, and we're also going on a picnic, right?
An upscale modern picnic.
But before we do that, we want to say thanks to Jeff Gobby of Gobby Home Furnishings and Matt Beecher Builders. We're in a beautiful home here. We're going to take a little tour and meet Matt.
Sounds great. Should we get started?
I think we should.
Okay.
So get your taste buds ready because we're going to scenic Southern Indiana. Barry, this is the Uplands Wine Tour. Now there are actually 9 wineries on this tour.
Wow,
so
9.
Whether you're a wine connoisseur or you're a novice, you're in for a real tasting treat. So 9 wineries nestled in Southern Indiana along the Uplands Wine Trail. So here's a great photo. I love this. This is the Oliver Winery in Bloomington, Indiana.
It's so pretty there.
The gardens are beautiful. You can have lunch there and sample over 30 award-winning wines.
30, wow.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And so the tour continues all the way from Paoli, Bloomington, and a little further south you go. So basically, it's great because you can drink in the scenery, drink in the gardens, and sample some fine wines.
Well, and you know what goes so well with a fine wine?
A picnic.
A picnic. Joni, I have a great idea for an upscale, more modern
I sense a style this coming on.
It's a style this, and you know what? Why not use a container like this for a basket, a picnic basket?
Perfect. I have a lot of these storage containers.
It's
at home.
easy to carry everything in, you know, out to your picnic location. But what people do not realize, you can turn this upside down and use it as a little table.
Aha!
What a great idea.
So you carry all your goods in the plastic container.
Right, and then you take towels instead of a blanket.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
in case you want to go swimming, you know,
Right.
Memorial Days are right around
Might
the
want to
corner.
go swimming. So here is your wine. And remember, I told you this was going to be more upscale. So no paper, no plastic, right?
Real silverware.
Real silverware. So
I
all
love
of these
it.
things were in
I'm going to give you a hand here.
the container. In fact, I'm going to set that right
I'm
there.
going to give you a hand here.
I even brought a glass cake stand. We have a flower.
So some nice little pastries to go along with the wine.
Here are our wine glasses.
Perfect. So everybody, we hope you enjoyed a really nice, upscaled style this picnic.
This looks good, right?
This looks so good. If you're building a new home, it should reflect your lifestyle. And we're with custom home builder Matt Beecher Builders, one of our style pros. And tell us a little bit, and the folks at home, you know, a little bit about your business and how you got started and how long you've been doing this.
We've been in business about 15 years. We are a small business. We've started with just a couple of us. We like to try to be hands-on. The customers to know what we're about, to know who we are, get a personal feel for each customer. We're not looking to build 50, 60 homes a year. Just try to keep it a very family-oriented business and just enjoy doing it.
Well, family-oriented business kind of ties in with the family feeling that it seems to be people are wanting as a trend in new home construction. Do you see that?
Yes, we're having a lot more people that don't want to be separated out through the house. They like to have the family together in a space, sort of like the home that we're in.
Yeah, this is very wide open and all the rooms and areas join,
And it
which is
feels
friendly.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes it very nice where somebody can be in the kitchen, in the family room, maybe somebody working over at the kitchen table on their homework, and everybody can still communicate.
Well,
and be
guess what,
together.
Matt? We're going to be here all day in your home, and we're going to be entertaining and talking to you again a little bit later. So stay with us, and Matt Beecher Builders, so happy to have them on board with us here at Style with Barry and Joni. Staging a home is becoming more and more important every day, part of a lifestyle. Emily Brenner is here with Stage It, And your company is so interesting because I think people think, oh, they come in and stage homes for sale, but there's much more to it.
Absolutely. There's so many different types of staging, and one of them is staging for living. We have a lot of our clients that after we help them sell their house, they call us up and say, could you come do what you did in our new home? And part of that is using what they already have and repurposing what they have.
I love that word repurpose, and then maybe you add a few things to it to just freshen
trend
it up and bring it
Exactly.
to trend. Yeah, I think that's a
Exactly.
great thing.
Since we're always in all the stores and finding the deals, we help them keep a budget to it all.
Well, you set the stage for us today in a way here in this beautiful home, and it was pretty to work with, this house.
Thank you so much. Yeah, accessories really make a big deal. They bring in the color, and you can work with kind of a neutral palette in the house, but bring in colorful accessories and art, and it really makes a difference.
And Matt Beecher's always great to work with, of course.
Oh, he always has great things.
In a nutshell, what is a good tip for people if they're looking for a good stager?
A good stager to sell your house, make sure that obviously your budget is what you need to work with. Someone that has inventory, someone that can bring in things, not making you go out and buy them. Kind of a one-stop shop, someone that can bring in things and also work with what you
And
have.
make it an easy transition.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. IndyStageIt.com if you're in the business for staging your home. You know, sometimes you just want, well, things the way you want them, right, Barry?
Right, and that's even true in furniture, right?
That's why we're with Style Pro Jeff Gobby today here at Gobby Home Furnishings.
God be styled. Jeff,
That's right.
tell me about the opportunity to customize your own furniture. I know that you have this amazing inventory where you
Right.
can take it home the next day or something, or real soon,
Yeah.
but what if you want something really customized?
Well, that's the beautiful part actually of what we do here at Godby's. We have $8 million worth of inventory that you can take now or have it delivered, but we also accommodate those people that want something that nobody else in the nation has. And this wall right here from Flex Steel, as a matter of fact, is a good example of that.
yeah, so I
To style this wall.
I know,
Right.
style your own room. So I went through and I thought, well, you know, all of these things go beautifully together. Maybe you didn't have this on your floor,
Right.
so you're going to say to your customer, you know, let me have one of our sales associates help you and customize your own room, pulling fabrics from this wall of
Right,
fabrics.
and that's the key, Barry, honestly. When you talk to people, they think they want a new sofa when they come in, but what they really want is a beautiful room. We offer design-like assistance. So we're not really professional designers, but they can help you create that beautiful room and do the colors and make it very comfortable for a comfortable room for you to live in.
And make a wise buy and wise style.
That's right.
Style it.
Gobby.
Right?
Gobby
It's
style.
Style it, copy.
There you go.
Barry, it's always nice when Matt Damon can drop by. isn't it?
I know, it
Well,
really
he's
is.
busy on a movie set, but we have Matt Damon Jr. with us. We like to call him Adam Nisley of Adams Flooring.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you guys as well.
You're ready for the race.
Of course, next week is race day, you know, and so we brought a little black and white, a little checkered out. We got everything from, you know, traditional to contemporary, even some sheet vinyl that we got in the checkered flag for us. So
You know, the sheet vinyl product is really cool.
I love it.
Yeah, and the black and white, it's, in fact, my daughter has that in her house.
Sure, sure.
Barry, where could you, like, from a designer standpoint, where would you see something like this? You called it a kind of a barbershop look.
Well, yeah, that looks sort of like it could be in an old-fashioned barber shop, or you could update it into a contemporary setting. In fact, all of these could go either way depending on their surroundings.
Of course, and so not only can we do the floor, we can also do the backsplash or around the kitchen cabinets.
Accent pieces.
Exactly, yep.
Or a fireplace. They'd just be great around a
Oh, I
fireplace.
know. And this is such a great look. I mean, from Art Deco, I mean, like, traditional. You can't go wrong with
Or
that.
if you're just a really big race fan like me, you love black and white.
You are a big race
Yep,
fan.
yep.
Well, it's all
Love it.
striking. The black and white contrast is so striking, you could put any color with it.
That's right. Adam Nisley of Adams Flooring. Go check him out. He's such a great guy and huge, huge race fan.
And he'll sign the Matt Damon autograph.
It seems that when it comes to kitchen cabinetry, a minimalistic look is really catching on right now, and it might be a really hot trend. Well, we have Rob Klein of Rob's Conceptual Kitchens with us. And Barry, I know with a lot of your clients, you're seeing more and more of that. Would you say that that's a pretty true statement?
Oh, absolutely. It's a big trend, and there's very few manufacturers that can do it. And one of the reasons is because when you're dealing with a channel system, it has to all be manufactured very precisely. But the benefit of it is that becomes part of your hardware. So you're not snagging it on your trousers. I don't know if you've ever cut your trousers on a piece of hardware.
And pulled them all the way down.
Well,
Yeah, really.
I just snagged my shirt today,
I
actually.
pulled that. I caught my robe on it the other day, and it was like this.
But enough
should have
about
been there.
us and our woes.
know.
And also, it's just an easy way to clean the cabinetry because you don't have to navigate around all the hardware.
All the hardware.
Yeah, and
I
it's
like this clean, sleek look.
Well, yeah, and how cool. I think it's pretty cool, too. It's pretty functional where you can just walk up and, basically touch it and it opens.
A lot of his things,
You're
all you have,
carrying a lot of stuff in the kitchen.
a lot of his cabinets, you just touch them and they pop back open.
Yeah, Salici has a great hardware out that if you put your foot, just kind of like the minivan, you put your foot underneath the toe kick and the cabinets can open.
So it's all about lifestyle right now in the kitchen. Go see our friend Rob Klein at Rob's Conceptual Kitchens at the Indiana Design Center. Not all shades are created equal, and here to explain that and give us the whole lowdown is Kern Palmer of Kern Palmer Interiors. Always good to see you.
Thanks, Joni. Good to be here.
Hi, Kern.
Hi, Barry.
Yeah, this could be maybe an accordion shade that would make music, or more appropriately, this is a cell shade, right?
Yes, it is.
And I understand there's a lot of trend towards no draperies, but just shades and blinds.
Correct, Barry. Most clientele today, they want their windows a little bit more simple, a little bit more sleek. So we do a lot of cell shades, roller shades. That's what we're doing today.
Well, these cell shades, this illustrates how they come in different widths. So that's for the scale of the window, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Larger windows, we will do a larger pleat.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And the pleated shades come in, what, 50, 60 colors?
Oh my heavens, we have so many colors today. Different textural looks as well.
And then the roller shades, Joni, are really cool.
Oh, I love
'Cause,
this.
you do beautiful draperies, don't misunderstand me, but if you want a real simple look with a roller shade, tell us about your commercial applications for those.
Yes, you will see them in a lot of the higher end restaurants. And I know people today probably don't notice them as much, but we're doing a lot of the roller shades in restaurants and commercial situations, as well as in the home. And we also have them with different opacities, and a lot of them, you'll see them with a lot of the beautiful abstract looks on them as well. Beautiful.
Well, Kern has wonderful ideas for your window treatments, how you can bring those to life. Make sure you check it out at stylewithbarryandjoni.com. She is always open to answering questions and coming out and meeting with you to make your windows, well, a little more beautiful.
It's always good to have Rob Santa Rosa with us from his beautiful showroom in Carmel. See him almost every day, and I asked him if he would bring some metallic or more stainless steel tile, but tell us how that we could pair that with terrazzo.
Yes.
And many people don't know about terrazzo. Tell us what it is.
Terrazzo, it is a custom product that we produce. And we use epoxy resins. It's like going to the paint store and picking your background color. And what's really fun about it is you can pick what chips you want in it. Anything from glass to mother of pearl to mirrors. And in this case, we have some stainless steel backsplash tile. We can produce a really fun countertop
And
with
you were
the mirrors in
telling
it.
me it's actually poured.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
So no seams, you don't have that seaming issue.
That's the beauty of terrazzo. We don't have the grout joints that you get with tile. That's
Thank goodness.
That's always the weak point is those grout joints. So
Well, and you can use this on countertops, backsplashes, showers, floors, and a lot of people have seen it in commercial applications, but many people are using it in the home now. I like the idea of how custom colored it can be.
yeah.
Well, like you said, if you want a little more silver, you just kind of you throw that in the glue and you add a little bit more.
That's right. We have a starting point, and that really cool orange color that Barry has. If we want to tweak it, we can put less mirror. We can put more glass in it. Just get it just exactly right for your application.
So with terrazzo, you can write the recipe, stir it up, and put it down.
Terrazzo 101. We love it.
It's my pleasure to be with my friend Dr. Chernoff of Chernoff & Associates. And today, Doctor, we're going to talk about your natural best, but in this case, your body's natural best.
Barry, in your last show, we talked about facial your natural best. All of us have features that we'd like to improve upon if we could, that have a negative impact on our self-esteem from head to toe. And from a body standpoint, most men and women, and we see as many men as women now, want to improve their abdomen, hips, thighs. And so in this first photograph, which is your before and after, you can see what a tremendous improvement we've
Right.
created from body liposculpting. Next, we can see in the female, from an abdominal standpoint, what a tremendous improvement we've created through doing liposuction of the abdomen, hips, thighs. We can cause a circumferential reduction in arms. And the last set of photographs that we're showing shows a beautiful new non-surgical form of therapy for volume reduction called Futura, which can non-surgically reduce fat through exercise and through exercising muscles and a combination of ultrasound. So
That is really interesting, but what I like so much about this new concept of yours is being your natural best, and you can be your natural best with certainly the help of you personally and your wonderful staff. I've made great friends at your location, and I know that everybody can. So please call Dr. Chernoff, call his office, and have a consultation about becoming your natural best as well.
thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Doctor. Joni, I love it when I bring things from Ferguson at the Indiana Design Center in Carmel.
Well, they always have such unique items, and sometimes they're items that you can only find at Ferguson, right?
Right. These new faucets by the company by the name of Fortis, they are only sold and represented by Ferguson's in the United States. So they're quite exclusive and really just beautiful. I mean, the polish and the finish of each of these three faucets, let alone they probably have, I don't know, 60 by this company all in one wall in a Ferguson's that you can see. And sexy, aren't these sexy?
Oh, they're very sleek. Now, as a designer, how would you use these?
Well, this comes in several sizes, so you could coordinate everything in your bathroom sink, at the tub, even in the shower. This also comes in different sizes. So bathroom sink, I mean, there isn't really a certain
Very
faucet
universal.
style that goes in just the kitchen. You can put them
I've
anywhere.
even seen something like this in a bar area.
Yeah, this could be a great bar area. So it's all about the shape and the look that you like, and you can usually apply them for any space.
And that's why we suggest you try Ferguson. They always have a quality, and they're so helpful there at the Indiana Design Showroom, right?
You know, I'm in there all the time, and I run in and I say, Jeremy, where are you? Just like this right here. Jeremy, where are you? But they're very helpful. Debbie, Jeremy, and all of them.
Now that warmer weather is here, a lot of us think about, well, drive-ins, watching a movie outdoors. Barry, I know you love movies and you like to be outdoors.
Both of those things.
Well, our next guest, Rocky Sedekassi, is here.
Rocky.
And you know that Rocky from Tri-Phase always brings us the latest and coolest in technology.
Absolutely.
So, what do you have for us this week for outdoor entertaining?
Well, with outdoor living, a lot of people like to get outside but still want to take technology with them because you just want to be able to listen to music or even maybe have the game on while you're out around the pool. We've got products that would allow you to have a TV outside and not worry about bringing it in. So the TVs can just stay there. They're waterproof, they can work in hot, cold, you can actually use them all year round. And you can safely leave them wherever you'd like and have your TV with you.
Oh, that sounds so relaxing and nice.
Heaven. And what about tell us about this movie theater system for the lawn.
So you can take a projector and screen outside and make it portable and move them in and out. So like a movie on the lawn. So you could take that outside, bring it back in when you're done using it, but basically have that outdoors so that you can create your own movie theater outside, like a drive-in theater at your own home.
Oh,
That is
man.
so cool. And speakers?
Yeah, speakers would be a part of the system. They'd be out there, but we can do installed speakers like around the pool, around that seating area, and then you could use those for just music, or you could use them for the movie theater.
And a lot of those are styled now. They look like rocks, or it actually looks like part of the landscape.
Yeah, there's ones that look like landscape lighting, actually. So they basically would just blend in. You'd put them with shrubs and things like that, and you don't even see them.
Okay, thank you, Rocky Sedekassi. And guess what movie we're going to see next time? Rocky.
Great idea.
Whether you're in the market for finding a dream home or selling your home, the ambassador of Indianapolis can help. Our good friend and style pro, Deborah Dorman of Sotheby's International, is here. We always love it when Deborah drops by.
We do,
You bring
yes.
such style to the show.
Thank you,
We love
Joni.
it.
Thank you,
We
Barry.
love it. But we wanted to ask you, we know you cook a lot.
Cook? She doesn't cook. Where
Work
did you
with
get that?
Work with me,
Oh,
work with me.
okay.
We know you cook a lot, Deborah, so what is your recipe when it comes to real estate?
Well, I'm really glad you asked. I do have a recipe, Joni, in real estate. Pretty house, pretty price, makes a beautiful offer, and guess what? A wonderful sale, and usually it's done in 1 or 2 days.
I love it. How do you accomplish that
Well,
in such a short amount of time?
I'm going to tell you, you know, one of the best things is if you have a client that listens to every word you say. I just had one in Brownsburg 2 weeks ago. Staged her house, we put the price on it, thanks to the great comps in her neighborhood. And guess what? The first realtor that walked in the door wrote the offer that night.
So listen to your realtor. And you brought us a beautiful Deborah's home style pick this week.
I did. You know, that pretty house with the pretty price, I found a wonderful Broad Ripple bungalow. Staged perfectly. It just sits like a little showpiece right out in Broad Ripple. And guess what? That too sold within 2 days from going on the market.
Wow, well,
That's
we
quicker
love
than
it.
you cook.
Deborah, thank you so much for being here. Our good friend and style pro, Deborah Dorman.
Thanks, Joni. Thanks, Barry.
If you're in the market for a new home or you're building a new home, that interest rate is always top of mind. And we have style pro Mark Kuchik with us of Access National Mortgage. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So where do you start with that that interest rate? We're in a new home here, of course, a Matt Beecher home, but do you wait until you're further down the road?
Absolutely not. My recommendation is always lock sooner than later, because right now we're in a market where it's no secret mortgage rates will rise in 2014. A lot of people buying homes and even building homes don't realize you can protect yourself today by locking in today, whether your home completion is not for 9 more months.
So be the early bird.
Absolutely.
What about your credit score?
Credit is always very important. A lot of people don't realize they need to keep a close eye on credit, because the higher the credit score, the better the interest rate you get. Number two, the higher the credit score also opens up access to other mortgage programs. And you know, those little
Those little bills,
Yeah,
like a dentist bill or an eye doctor.
medical collections, even maxing out your credit cards can have an adverse effect on your credit score, which drops it, and that means you might be paying a higher interest rate or even thousands of dollars over the life of your loan.
And quickly, what's your take on the FHA loan?
FHA, a lot of first-time homebuyers especially opt for the FHA loan. However, it's a little bit more expensive loan program today than it used to be, so my recommendation is apply for the conventional loan first.
Okay, solid information. Mark Kuchik with Access National Mortgage. We're in a beautiful Matt Beecher home, Matt Beecher Builders. This is Diamond Ridge in Franklin Township. Just a gorgeous home. One thing I've always wanted to ask a builder, when you build a spec home, gosh, what kind of trends do you have to keep in mind? Because they change all the time.
We try to start off with a certain style, whether it be European, which we sort of started with this house, or there's contemporary, there's many different ways you can go. But then once we sell the home, usually the homeowner will want to bring in a little
Their
bit of their own
personal
feel.
style and their own feel. Well, I think you've really accomplished that here, because what I like about the interior specifications on this house is that they, like you said, started with a little bit of a European flair, but really moved into a great transitional look and slightly modern, and it's young. It feels young.
It's very bright. We try to bring in a lot of light into the home and make it where it's family oriented as well.
How have you seen trends change? Because it seems in the past things have been segregated, and now it seems like everything is so much more open. And
Most people are looking for more of an open home right now, where the family can be together, but maybe not all in the same room, where they can still communicate. Like in this home, the kitchen's open to the great room. You have a hearth room,
So it's more about the lifestyle of the family has changed.
Yes.
And you know, as a good builder, you have identified that with this real pretty house.
Well, good point, because you know, you may have to host a business function, and the next day you want to have family over. You've got to be able to entertain.
It's very diverse in the way that you can use your home, but not have to change the way you decorate it, where you can go from one day, like you said, of having maybe business people over for a dinner. The next day you might be hosting a kid's birthday party.
Well, it helps your wardrobe too. You don't have to change from a suit and a tie to like jeans and a t-shirt. I mean, truly, that's what home living is about, right?
Exactly. So if you have questions, you want to get a hold of Matt, you can always check him out on our website. He's more than happy to answer questions for you, or you can check out mattbeecherbuilders.com. Great advice today, my friend.
Thanks.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, I wanted to bring in the big gun this week for Style This, so I thought, why not bring in one of Indiana's premier interior designers? Speaking about my TV hubby, Barry Lance.
Thank you. What a nice thing for you to say.
And I know you're very modest, but you know, you have such great style tip ideas.
Yeah.
So I thought, how fun would it be to share some of the projects that you've done with our viewers?
I think that's a great idea.
So let's take a look at this first photo that I pulled. I
Okay.
love this room because you go against the grain. You put a billiard table like right in the middle of a living room.
Right. Instead of the traditional living room, these people entertain a lot by using a billiard table, and so we put it dead center in the living room, knowing that we had other areas around the house for people to sit
But that
traditionally.
makes it a great focal point.
Great focal point, and it's great for entertaining. So you know, you don't have to sit in the living room. You can play pool in the living
But
room.
you've taught me you should always have a focal point in every room.
Right. And in the same house, the drapes in the living room match the drapes in the dining room. So there's that common thread that goes from room to room. And then this next photograph is really one of my favorite bathrooms that I ever did. I mean, isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so
See, I want that to be my bathroom.
no, you can't have that.
you
Sorry.
have to do that for
I don't repeat work. No,
Oh,
sorry. Okay, now this next shot, Joni, I think you'll like. It's sort of Palm Beach looking. You know, it has all the pinks and the pink stripe draperies, which are real pretty.
Now, quickly, because I know we don't have a lot of time here, but when you're grouping photos together or pictures, what's a good tip for that?
Well, if you're going over a sofa, you know, it depends on, you know, how big the pictures are. In this particular illustration, 4 pictures grouped together about 10 to 12 inches above the sofa works just perfectly.
I love it. A. Lance Design, Barry Lance, and by the way, was that a Barry Lance original painting in that room?
You know, not in that room, but a favorite artist of mine, which was inspiring.
So we'll see you next week on Design Your Life.
Style with Barry and Joni.
Promotional consideration to the following: Jeff Godby of Godby Home Furnishings and Matt Beecher of Matt Beecher Builders. If you have a question, check us out at stylewithbarryandjoni.com. Our style pros are more than happy to answer any design questions. Join us next week right here on RTV6.